Just watching our next performer set up has me very intrigued.
Here is Eric BUSS.
Star Wars, a classic. That will be my inspiration for the artwork. I will be using my favorite thing on the planet, a giant panel of black Velcro. Okay, you guys are jaded, but this is a miracle to the Amish. Star Wars, out of Velcro. What?
One rope goes into the bag. Next rope into the bag. Gentle shake of the bag. Snap of the fingers. And the ropes become tied.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Discover Me TV with Jordan Toronto. And today I have Eric BUSS, magician, comedian, all around fun guy.
Oh, thanks. So I guess we're done here then, right? No.
And thank you. The end. I want to know how you first got into magic.
I was in it as a kid. I loved it as a kid. I didn't take it that seriously for myself, though. I just enjoyed watching it. I got a few tricks, for Christmas. But I didn't take it that seriously. And then when I was 16, I started working at an Italian restaurant right near my house, right near my high school. And there was already a kid working there who was already a magician, and he was like a part-time professional. So he was going out on weekends and doing shows for kids, and then he was also doing this Italian restaurant. So he kind of taught me, not only did he teach me some simple magic tricks, but he also kind of taught me that it was possible to actually make a living doing magic.
So was that like bing?
Yeah, I kind of thought that the only professional magician on the planet was David Copperfield.
Oh.
I didn't know you could be a middle-class performing magician. So he kind of taught me that, and then he also told me about the magic shop in Tucson, Arizona, which happened to be only 5 miles from my house. So I started going there every single weekend, and I was seeing this guy at work, and he was teaching me different tricks. And from then on, I just became obsessed. And then, of course, at the magic shop, I met even more magicians, also just doing random shows, part-time pros. And then there's a magic club. There was a magic club in Tucson, the Society of American Magicians and the International Brotherhood of Magicians. I joined both of those clubs as a kid.
Did you have any idea you were surrounded by so much magic?
No, I did not. In fact, I've traveled a lot since then, and I've been able to brag about my hometown, and I will kind of name a few other magicians' names that other magicians know of. And they go, wow, there's a lot of talent in Tucson. So it was, in the 90s, it was a very good place to be a magician.
Wow.
People have moved out of Tucson and times change. It's not quite what it used to be, but like the mid-90s for Tucson, Arizona, that was the magic scene.
That's amazing. So that's like where it was very destined for you to be starting out there, perhaps.
Yes, or sure. I just didn't try that hard at anything else and went, magic, yay!
Yay! Well, that's all right. That's how it works sometimes. But, I think
you don't need school, kids.
Don't try. But then when you like something, do try a little.
Try harder.
Yeah, but I think that's usually what we do anyway. Like, we try at stuff we don't care about, but then when we do, exactly. We actually do put effort in, and then apparently it works out.
I think it's called obsession.
I think it is. And then
actors don't become famous without being obsessed with acting.
I agree.
Same with magicians and musicians, etc.
Yeah. And did you move straight from Tucson to LA?
Kind of. I went from Tucson, I went to college in Flagstaff, Arizona, Northern Arizona University. I was a theater major there, and a lot of those actors were graduating and moving to Los Angeles, which also is home to the Magic Castle. So I had already had my sights on LA, but because I was acting in college, kind of wanted to be an actor, kind of. I spent 5,000 hours on that. But magic was in the same city. So I kind of said, I want to move to LA as well. So I finished college, moved back with my parents for a few months just to kind of gather my stuff. And then drove out here with a pickup truck full of crap, magic props and clothes, June 20th, 1998.
Oh,
21 years ago.
Yes, we were married 2 months later.
Wow.
Yes, which is so significant to your journey. I know.
It was. I was driving out here. I was thinking
You were
about
like, do you know who's going to get married in
Yeah.
about 2 months and 2 days?
Can't wait to meet them 20 years later.
You just didn't know. You didn't know. And then did you start, were you then a more full-time pro? Or I love like your expression, part-time pros.
Well,
like, did you come
as
here
much
and
as
kind of
anyone
be-
is in LA when
Sure.
they move here and
Yeah.
being broke.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I had gigs. I was getting paid to do magic. I never had another career.
That's great.
Yes. I did part-time work. I did temp work, which a lot of actors do. I worked in a warehouse shoving posters into tubes. I worked in a law office filing things alphabetically. That was horrible. It was a law office or a real estate. Oh, it was the most boring
You literally don't
crap.
even remember.
And yeah, and I could just hear these two people talking about all their stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to get out of here.
They
So
were-
anyway, I did a
that,
few of
like,
those
sucked
things.
your soul. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, hugely sucked. But I had a few of those jobs in LA, but luckily I was working as a magician professionally much more frequently and much sooner than actors would the same way.
That's what I was just going to say. All your actors were like, you're working
Yeah, exactly.
in your field of choice. Right?
I'm not saying magic is easier, but it was easier for me at that time because
There's a few less of you.
Yes, there was a few less of us. Yes.
Yes.
And you work on something for so long that now you have that as your kind of your baby.
Yeah.
Whereas acting, you are working on a show or a movie for a year, and then you're done with it, and then you move on. So you really can perfect your magic routines so that you have a bag of tricks, so to speak.
And speaking of your bag of tricks, so tell me some of maybe
Zing, nice transition.
some of your first. What was your first most exciting place you performed magic when you got here,
When I got to LA,
or anywhere?
I had already been working at the Magic Castle. That obviously I started there in 1996. And if you don't know what it is an exclusive nightclub for magicians in Hollywood. Magicians from around the world come there and perform. They learn from each other. And there's a restaurant and like 7 bars, a museum, a library. It is truly the mecca for magicians. I started there in 96, so it's still one of my favorite places to perform.
Yeah. I went there once, and you have to get an invitation, right?
Yes, you do.
We got an invitation.
It is a private club.
I know, we felt so special.
Yes, members and their guests only.
We had so much fun. We had a really good meal and watched this guy.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
2 separate events. We're not eating.
We ate this guy
Yes.
and watched our meal. So,
But yeah, that's a phenomenal place to perform. I did the Late Show with David Letterman. That was an amazing experience in 2007. That was still one of the tops.
Please welcome, performing his Spring Snake Symphony, Eric Buss. Eric?
And I know people don't even remember who he is anymore, and it just
that's
crushes me.
depressing.
But
But
yeah.
was he really great and responsive to it? I mean,
He was. On camera, he loved my routine. He gave me a standing ovation, and he called it tremendous and sensational and beautiful. Here's the link.
Eric Buss, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is sensational. I've never seen anything like that. That was tremendous.
But I did not meet him in person. He is busy, and he does not meet anyone. You're shuffled around by assistants and PAs and told, stand here, perform here, boom here, look here, do this. Okay. But I did not get interviewed because I was just a variety act.
got it.
But
was he somebody who liked Johnny? Like, he didn't wave people over, or did he?
I suppose he could if he wanted to, but not typically. And for me, he basically was like, yeah, we're giving you this 2 minutes. That's all you get, dude.
And he was like, yay, you get my seal of
Yeah,
approval.
he gave me a standing ovation. He applauded, and he talked about my act for the rest of the episode.
Oh.
In fact, we did my video editor right after I did that routine on Letterman. We counted up the times that my name was mentioned or the prop that I built was mentioned throughout the show. It was like 27 times. And Halle Berry was the main interview. She got her main chunk. That was it. Only 1 or 2 promos. And then Bill Hader from SNL was also on. I met him. He was awesome. He had a little bit of time, and he did some voices. But before and after them, they kept showing my routine in slow motion and in backwards and talking about it. And He talked about me the entire episode.
That is so fun.
I
And
didn't
if
get
you
to meet
watch
him,
his reel on his website, which is ericbuss.com.
Yes.
Right, there is a delightful time where it's just like, Eric Buss, Eric Buss. I love it. It is
Yes.
all these awesome people saying
He was
this
one of
guy's
the first,
name.
yes.
Yeah.
Eric Buss! His name is Eric Buss.
Eric Buss.
Eric Buss.
Eric Buss.
So perhaps you might grace me with a little something, a little magic today. You're like, well, I don't know.
Maybe. All right, you know what? All right.
So while he gets ready, you do need to check out his
Yes.
act. He's done some tremendous things, and we've watched him do it at the Magic Castle, at an elementary school, so many places. But here's a little close-up
everywhere
magic.
in between.
Yes.
EricBuss.com or YouTube/stuff. I don't know.
Discover Me TV.
These are rubber bands. Here, we'll check out the rubber bands.
Okay.
I don't do this trick very often, so don't judge me. But it's a classic.
These
and
seem
I
like regular
remember
rubber bands.
I learned this from one of those things. Maybe you've heard of these books. Have you heard of those?
Books!
I learned this from a book, not from the interwebs. This is a classic of magic. David Copperfield did it on one of his specials. I don't remember the inventor, but I did learn it from a book when I was a kid, and it's still one of my favorites. Rubber bands, all right? Now, way back in the day, they actually used to use these for handcuffs, and they called them Crazy Man's Handcuffs. That's actually the title of this trick. Now, they called them Crazy Man's Handcuffs, not because they would use these on crazy people, but because it would be crazy to use these as handcuffs, because they're rubber bands. That's just stupid. If you can't get away from the cops in these, you're an idiot. But you can see that my hands are kind of linked together, right? Mm-hmm. They're kind of locked together because of the rubber bands. Now, the rubber bands don't go through the centers, and they don't go over the fingers.
Right.
But if you just rub them together just a little bit, they start to melt through each other.
That's fun.
All right. I'll show you again, even though you didn't ask. All right, I'm going to work for this camera.
I'm going to back off.
All right, so rubber bands, they don't go through the middle. They don't go over the fingers. But if you rub them just a little bit in the middle, they warm up just enough to melt through each other.
Whoa. That is super
Weird.
cool.
All right, we're going to try one more.
Okay.
I want you to hook that rubber band on your fingers like this and lock
Just
it in.
one?
With your thumbs, lock it in so that it does not pluck off, all right?
Okay, wait. Like that.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Now, when you are holding one, now the same rules apply. They don't go through the
All right.
middle. They don't go around the fingers, but if you rub them together like that, they just kind of melt through each other.
That was especially fun for me.
Even
'cause I
though you were holding on to
felt
it. You felt it.
That seems wrong.
She felt it. Boom. We could put it on another internet streaming service as
The
well.
interwebs. But that was fun.
This,
Speaking
yeah,
of
that's one of my
interwebs.
favorites. I don't do it very often, but yeah. I
Well,
love
and
that
you
trick.
learned that as a kid?
I did.
fun.
So I started at 16. By 18, I was in it for 2 years. Of course, I knew everything. But no, I got a book for my birthday, on my 18th birthday. And I remember I had it open on my bed. I was learning this trick and another few tricks that I loved from it. And my friends came over and said, Eric, we're 18, so we can't go drinking. But they said, Eric, we're taking you out for your birthday. And I said, no, I was going to stay in tonight and learn these magic tricks. And they got kind of pissed. Like, no, come on, it's your birthday. Let's go out for your birthday. Well, I was going to just read this book on my bed, and I'm 18. How cool is that? So they literally left 3 minutes later, disappointed, and I couldn't even, like, they left. I'm like, close the door, whatever. And I was back to the book and learning these tricks, and they were two of the kind of the best tricks I had learned at that young age, if that makes sense.
Yes. So it was so worth just dumping your friends for those tricks.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. And now those tricks may be worth more money than, you know.
Exactly. Actually, you know what? The other trick I did learn from that book is still one of my favorites to do. And it's cool because it borrows something from a spectator. Do you have a $100 bill?
No.
Crap. Do you have a $50 bill?
No, I really wish I did.
McDonald's gift certificate? do you have like a 20, a 10
Maybe
or
a
20?
Subway gift.
$5
I think
bill?
I have a $20 bill.
All right, cool.
All right.
This is one of my favorites, and I do
Ta-da!
it whenever I get the chance. Now, this is your $20 bill, so therefore it is your trick. It's basically, it's in honor of you. Name anything at all you want me to do with this $20 bill, and I will do it.
Well, make it disappear.
Make it disappear. I could do that.
Yeah.
Or,
Is that
you know what?
boring?
No, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
How about we get greedy? I'll make it into a $100 bill.
I like that better.
Yes, most people say that, actually. Surprisingly, yeah, most people say that. All right, so I will try to turn this $20 bill into a $100 bill. All you do is you fold it in half, like so. Fold it in half one more time into kind of a rectangle, and fold it one more time into, well, more of a square, much like that. Give it a little blow, fold it one more time into a packet. Magic flick, and it turns into a $100. Wait, whoops. Crap. I screwed up.
Well, it's so cool.
Do you have another 20? No. All right, you know what? Well, okay, that would suck if I came into your home, into your studio, and took money for. All right, you know what? I'll do it in reverse. All right.
Okay, I like that.
Fold it once. The folding is the same, but it'll hopefully happen in reverse. Blow again. Unfold the little packet, and it magically turns back into a $20.
What?
Yeah.
That is so cool. I'm watching this up close, and I don't get it at all, and it's super cool.
Good to hear.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Those are two of the very first tricks I ever learned.
I love it. Aw, man. See, everybody? You should just, quote unquote, waste your 18th birthday party,
Exactly.
learning
Learn
cool
magic.
tricks so that you can impress people on YouTube 20 years later.
Yes.
That is so fun. Thank you, sir.
No
I love
problem.
it. Now you need to go check out everything that he's done. Everything.
Everything from the beginning.
Dancing snakes.
Yes.
There are, what other,
All sorts
tell them
of
just a
weird
little,
things.
entice them with a few little things without ruining anything.
Well, my niche these days is I kind of invent all my own magic in my workshop, and I have a lot of power tools, and I just build crazy things.
Just watching our next performer set up has me very intrigued.
So most of my magic kind of reflects that. The Spring Snake Symphony is what I did on Letterman. That is the snake from the peanut can, that classic gag from 1913 that was invented. Somebody first put a spring in a peanut can and, got somebody's eye out. But so that old gag, I kind of put that on steroids, have a bunch of spring snakes shooting out to music. That's what I did on Letterman. Now, that's not really magic. That's just kind of fun visual prop comedy.
Okay.
But some of my other magic has some kind of homemade invention type of themes to it.
Yeah.
I also am a big fan of music and kind of hip-hop and electronic music.
I'm going to try to create magic and music at the exact same time.
So I'm now using this audio looper, which loops sounds over and over, and I kind of create a song, live on stage using the magic props that I'm using. So that's actually one of the most fun things I'm doing these days.
I love it.
I'm a
Isn't there
wannabe
also
DJ.
like a pogo stick?
I have a pogo stick, yes. That's one of my oldest. I do a card trick while riding a pogo stick.
That's very
because-
fun.
Well, like you do. So yeah, a lot of different things using duct tape and glue and all that stuff.
Yeah, so he's kind of an inventor
Yes.
edition. Also, isn't there a delightful little video out there of your bubble wrap bite?
Yes, and that went viral as well. That's not really magic. I don't even really do it on stage, but I did create a video in
It's just good fun.
2012, and we put it on YouTube. And it got 24,000 views in 24 hours, 48,000 in 48 hours, and then by the end of the week, it was 1 million views.
Yeah.
And I did get a whole lot of press. It was very good. I got some money. But then it made it to 1.9 million, and it literally just stopped. It's been hovering at 1.9 million for now 7 years. So it went
So
viral huge, and then they found a cure for my virus. I don't know.
At
Yeah,
1.9,
it just
they were
stopped.
like, we're done.
Yeah,
We're
and I
done,
check
Eric.
it like once a year now. I go, oh, still 1.9 million.
Well,
But it was
1.9
big
million
when
is
it
not
came
a
out.
terrible place to
No,
stop.
no, it's not.
I would not mind hanging out at 1.9 million. So
Yes.
Eric will help me do that.
So search Eric Buss on YouTube, and you can find it all.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks so much for watching Discover Me TV with
Thank
Jordan
you.
Toronto, and today with Eric Buss, ericbuss.com. Yeah, watch him for the Symphony of Snakes, for pogo sticks, for all the things.
Everything.
And, you know, just basic cool tricks that you saw here today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please like all the videos that you enjoy. And we'll see you next time.